Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Tech Motoring Did You Know, where we tell you 10 things about the Ford Mustang Mach-E that you may or may not know about the vehicle. Hit that subscribe button, let's dive in and take a look. All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Did You Know here on Tech Motoring. So we're going to be showing you 10 things about this Ford Mustang Mach-E right behind me that you may or may not know that the car actually has or includes, or a feature that you may have never known about. So we'll see which ones I go over today. And of course, if you have any extra, make sure you share them down in the comments with all your fellow Mach-E owners. So let's dive in to number one. All right, we'll start our countdown here from the driver's side door access panel. And as you all know, you could get access to your vehicle by typing in your 5-digit code to get into the vehicle. But did you know that you can actually lock your vehicle from here too? So if you have an unlocked vehicle, what you want to do is hold down the 7-8 and the 9-0 button at the same time, and your vehicle will lock. Pretty cool. Another nifty feature from the access panel is if you need to get into your frunk from outside the vehicle, you can easily do so by typing in your 5-digit code and then hitting the 7-8 button to open the frunk. So just type in your 5-digit code, then unlock the vehicle, and then hit the 7-8 button. Frunk is open. That's frunkin' amazing. And speaking of frunk, did you know that the frunk is actually completely waterproof in the Mach-E, which means you could use it as a cooler, or you could throw all your dirty boots and clothing in the front and then just wash it out with a hose when you're done. And it has a fancy drain hole in the middle to drain out the water. Now here at the back of the Mach-E, we have a couple things to show you. Like for instance, did you know that this really annoying privacy screen that you get in the back is actually foldable? So if you're out someplace and you need some extra vertical height, but you got this annoying thing in the way, you can actually just take this, twist it like this, and now you have a folded privacy screen. Look at that, extra space. Speaking of extra vertical height in the back, did you know that the Mach-E floor can actually go to 2 different heights? So that means that if you have it in your standard tall height, you can actually take this and lower it to a lower height. Not a bad deal. Have all this extra space now just because you dropped the floor a couple inches. That's a neat feature. Jumping inside the Mach-E now, let's talk about some of the features on the infotainment system, specifically about the control knob on the screen. Did you know that that control knob controls more than just the volume of the radio, but can also control the temperature of your climate control? All you have to do is hit the plus or minus for your temperature, and then use the knob to adjust your temperature accordingly. Pretty nifty feature. And while we're here, let's talk about this knob a little bit more. If you have a very distracting screen and you want to have kind of a very calm screen, you can actually do that by holding in the knob for 2 seconds, and then you get greeted with a calm screen with just some basic information like the time, the temperature, and the date. Pretty cool feature. You can also enable this if you go up to the car icon up top, and under controls you can see the calm screen button right there. Have you ever gotten to your Mach-E and realized that the main screen didn't want to turn on? Well, it's happened to me a bunch of times. And here's how you reboot the system in order to get the screen to come back alive. On the steering wheel on the right side, what you want to do is hold down the volume down button and the skip track or the right arrow button there. And when you do that, hold that down for about 5 seconds and the whole system will reboot and your system will be back up and running. It's a real quick trick to fix your screen issues. If you ever look down in the center console of your Mach-E, you might see that little cutout at the bottom, and you're probably wondering what that's for. Well, it's actually for your key fob. In the event that your key fob battery ever dies, you can get access to your vehicle, drop your key fob into that little cutout there, and that will allow you to start your vehicle. It actually is able to read the chip inside your key fob, even if the battery is dead in it. Pretty cool, nifty feature to get you back in your car and on the road in the event that your battery dies in your key fob. And this last one is a 3-parter for you on DC fast charging. Did you know that you can stop charging your Mustang Mach-E just by hitting the small button to the right of the CCS port? and that will actually stop charging the vehicle at a DC fast charger. This way you don't have to walk all the way over to the charger to hit the button to stop it and then walk all the way back to disconnect your vehicle. And talking about DC fast charging, as you probably all know, Ford Mustang Mach-E's now have access to the Tesla supercharger network. So most version 3 and version 4 Tesla superchargers will now be able to charge up your Mach-E on the road. And of course, you'll need that little thing called an adapter. So make sure you keep one of these in your vehicle at all time to make your supercharging and your road tripping a lot easier. And of course, the last thing I want to bring up is about preconditioning. As long as you navigate to a DC fast charger on your navigation system, your car will also precondition the battery to give you the best results possible when you plug in to charge. There you go. There's 10 things about the Mach-E, plus maybe a bonus one there that you may or may not have known. All right, everybody, well, there you go. There are 10 things that you may or may not have known about the Mustang Mach-E. And did you know those things? And if you did, throw in the comments if you did or not. And of course, if you have any you'd like to add to this, make sure you throw those down in the comments below as well for other Mach-E owners. I'd like to thank you very much for watching this video today. Make sure you hit that thumbs up just below. Subscribe to the channel for more Mach-E content. And of course, we'll see you on the next one. And remember, welcome to the future. Welcome to Tech Motoring. We'll see you soon.